So welcome back to another episode. I'm here with Leake, aka Trumanpriest, and he's the first alltrac owner I met while I moved up here to St. Louis. And so he drives this. What year is it?
90.
So it's a 90 alltrac. And when did you get the car?
Got the car in 2004 when I lived in Kansas City. I had actually went. There's another guy I know with an alltrac named Gripadick up in Kansas City, and me and him went down to Sugar Land, Texas, looking for alltracs and all over. And then at a car show, we ran into Justin there, and he mentioned he had a buddy that had a Shell that he was looking to get rid of. And it was actually in Farmington, so about 30 miles south here of St. Louis.
Oh, okay.
And the guy sent me pictures of it. It pretty much looked exactly like it does now with the paint. It just had no engine, no drivetrain. It was a completely hollow shell.
But it was already this clean when you got it, as far as being the paint job.
The paint job was already this clean. It was about, I think it was, with the invoices, don't quote me on that exactly, but I think it was somewhere in the neighborhood of $7,000. It
Wow.
was a 3-stage paint job with a bake, and he had actually paid the place to fill in all the imperfections and do everything right when he did it. The only thing that I wish would have been different is that the engine bay, I wish it would have been different. So at that point, pretty much me and Steve Gripadick, we set off on finding a half cut that we could import in. It was a company called Jarco back then. I ended up getting one. They cut a car in half, saran wrapped it, put it on a pallet. It was on my doorstep maybe a month later in my garage.
Wow.
Then it took us probably 6 months to disassemble all of that, build it up properly, get everything clean, because the car is pretty much all Toyota.
Okay.
So there's some HKS goodies, exhaust side, there's an ignition amplifier, but all the other internals are all Toyota.
So this is a JDM engine. Which model was that of?
It was out of a 90. It was out of a 90 also.
Okay.
Or
But you're
91,
using the different turbo, right?
Yeah. This has a ceramic wheel CT20B.
Okay.
So that was the only upgrade, and I had to upgrade that because the CT26 that came on it had a leak on the exhaust side, an oil leak. So the car would just puff out white smoke constantly.
Oh, wow.
So I had to end up upgrading that. And back then, the CT20s weren't all that bad. I mean, I think I paid $600 for one with, I don't know, not too many miles on it, less than 20,000 and no shaft plate.
Okay, so this, intake, boost control, exhaust, turbo, that's really it.
The intake manifold was ported out.
Okay. What about your fuel? Was the fuel stock?
The injectors are stock with what came with this engine, but it's got a 255 Walbro pump on it.
Okay.
And that's actually set to always run.
Okay, so you dyno this thing. What kind of power did you put down at the wheels?
At the wheels, I put down right at 250. You put 247 or 242 at, I think it peaked out right around, it held from about 3,200 all the way to about 6.
Okay, so
and that was the same for torque.
It's a little over 300, isn't it?
I would guess probably 325 or so. What do you think? Like,
I'd say
25, 30% drivetrain
I think about
loss?
25%. So yeah,
that puts about 325 or so.
Yeah, that's pretty decent for a mostly Toyota engine.
And beyond that, I was still running at below 11 on my AFR.
Okay.
So I could have bumped it up a lot more.
Yeah,
but didn't want to mess with it. Right now, I run 1 bar even.
Yeah.
So at 1 bar, putting down 250 all-wheel horsepower. So it keeps it reliable. I haven't had to replace anything except for the clutch once. Okay. I actually made the mistake.
What clutch are you running?
The clutch is a spec stage 2 Kevlar.
And you got any problems with it?
no problems at all. It actually came out of another alltrac.
Oh, okay.
Grip Addict built his up, or had his built up by ATS down south, and his engine detonated probably 6 months later.
Wow.
So he just gave me the clutch out of his car because he knew I needed one.
And you've got a cloth interior, which I don't see very often.
No,
it looks like a non-airbag steering wheel. That's imported though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's actually, I mean, most of it's the Gtfour spec stuff, the vented tails, the clear corners, of course the fascia and the hood. The mirrors. Actually, I have the button, I just don't have the actuators wired up to pull them in and out. Yeah. But everything else on the car is more or less the JDM spec on it.
Okay. Well, what about the suspension? What's this lowered on?
Coney yellows are the struts all the way around. Okay. And the springs are Intrax, which I don't even know if that company exists anymore.
I don't either. I've heard anything from them for a long time.
Yeah, Intrax, and they're a 2-inch drop in the front and 1.5 inches in the back, just because I like a little stacker.
And you got, what size wheels are you running?
17s. They are Lenzo or Radens.
Right.
I think they're called DR5s.
Yeah.
Less than 15 pounds a wheel, if I'm not mistaken. I bought them because they're light and I love the way they look. They kind of looked similar to the Inkais that used to come on in that 5-spoke look.
It's a nice clean 5-spoke. I think it goes with the car pretty well.
Yeah, and then the tires are Yokohama Parada Spec 2s, so an asymmetric summer tire that I've had great luck with them. They're not expensive, and for as much as I drive it, they last.
Okay, so do you have any plans in the near future for the car?
Well, we've got a baby on the way, so I can't plan out too big, but really I'm happy with the car for the most part. I mean, it drives well, I don't have to fix things constantly, looks good, it's fast enough. I mean, I've gotten in little road rages with Challengers and stuff, and I keep up just fine. I'm not going to pull on one, but I mean, I think I'd like new brakes, new brakes and new rotors, probably the big thing. Just the ones that I have are stock, they're old. They're starting to squeak when I brake, and the grooves are starting to get in there. Might as well upgrade. Other than that, I think I'd like to pull the engine out probably in the next year or so and just clean it up again. It's gotten pretty dirty.
Right. Well, you're not running undercover, right?
No undercover. I've got, with the front mount and that piping, since I don't have a clock turbo, the piping goes under and up and the underbody shroud and work with the crap.
Someone's actually working on a wastegate bracket for us right now for clocking, so that might make it easier for you.
Yeah, I just I didn't mess with it. I got the CT20, and then I was lucky enough to find a guy in Australia, of all places, who made bent aluminum tubing in 2.5 inches for this car. And I contacted him. I think it cost me like $400 or something, but it was done. Came with the silicone adapters, hooked it up to the giant front mount, and got that ugly bend on the top of the turbo. But you know, for as ugly as people say it is, it looks pretty cool looking through the hood scoop.
Right.
At that bend right into the turbo.
Right.
Pretty neat look. And I don't have any lag or anything like that. I know a bunch of the big complaints with the big front mounts is you're gonna have lag.
Right.
This car, maybe it's luck, but with the piping, with the big old exhaust, it's 3-inch from the exhaust back.
You said, what was that, HKS?
HKS, high power.
Okay.
I just don't have any of those lag problems at all. If I have a bad shift, I might bog down. That's my fault, not the intercooler or the turbo spool.
Okay, well, cool. So I'll post in below a link to his dyno run, so you guys can see how that went. And I want to thank Mark for being on the show, and like and subscribe and stay tuned.